This is Not That Dallas.
My name is Casey Waller.
And I'm Maurice Waller, and we wholesale real estate here in Dallas-Fort Worth.
We've been married about 7 years now, and we have 4 kids. We started working together because we used to work together. We were both in the dental field, and so that's where we met. We ended up, getting into a relationship. He moved to Dallas first. I then came a year after he was here, and we just decided we had wanted to step outside of the traditional job, scenery. So we went to a couple of seminars and we were like, we finna do this thing. And we just started going. It started wholesaling.
Wholesaling is the act of buying something at a steep discount and then selling it for more than what you bought it for. In real estate, that means that I look for dilapidated houses that has tall grass, broken windows, a lot of leaves in the doorway where looks like there hasn't been any foot traction for a period of time, a lot of newspapers, things like that, etc. So most people look at these type of houses as eyesores, but I see dollar signs when I see them.
As a couple, do you enjoy working together?
As a couple, I do enjoy working with my wife. She takes care of most of the paperwork when needed. So she's, very administrative for me because I don't like doing that part.
Do you guys ever disagree on anything?
We do disagree on a lot of things, but it's more so just the approach of the negotiations of it. Because just with my sales background, I just have a different strategy a lot of times, but sometimes his way works, and then other times mine works. So, we know when to submit to one another when we feel like, if you feel that strongly about it, then let's go that route.
My average day looks like Monday, Thursdays, have early morning meetings. Throughout the day, I basically see what properties I have to check on, take some incoming calls. From the incoming calls, kind of dictates where I'm going to go next. If I just don't have anything to go check out, I am at the office, basically combing through the MLS, looking for properties, making offers on other properties.
And I work from home, so I'm pretty much taking care of all the administrative work, so contracts need to go out or any follow-ups of, clients that we need to check back on. So that's pretty much what I do, but I also work on other businesses that we have. So outside of when we're working, we're pretty much hanging with our kids. We're very family oriented, so we like to go skating, bowling. We like to get away too and try to have our time. And so we'll go out dancing, or I love to eat. So that's where you're gonna find me, some good place eating. But for the most part, we just hanging with the kids, like this weekend we're going to be going to Houston. So we just try to get out when we can.
My name is Percy Yarlicke. I've been wholesaling in the DFW area for about 3 years now. It doesn't take a lot of money to get into wholesaling. It takes a bit of time and action to start getting a deal flow and start getting those leads in. My average day consists of having a daily huddle with my team on a daily basis to kind of go over the things that we did the prior day and the plans that we're going to set in for that particular day.
Let's get things started. Simon, welcome. I'm glad that you were able to join the meeting.
Also going into the different transactions that are in escrow with the title companies. So have to communicate with them, make sure that everyone is actually in good standing to be able to close on the closing date, and then and market the properties that we have right now under contract and finding a buyer for those particular properties.
So one of the properties that I'm getting ready to show you, we're going to wholesale it. We were actually able to pick this up and acquire it with little money down and little repairs. It's in a nice neighborhood, all brick, in a nice school system, and thankfully we were able to pick this up for really cheap. and we're going to make a good profit on it. As you guys can see, the property needs quite a bit of work. The previous seller was trying to do the work themselves. We acquired it as is, and we're going to wholesale it as is to a cash buyer.
My ultimate goal is really to set up a function that I can automate and stop working inside the business, and start working on the business. Also want to be able to jump into the commercial side, buy strip malls and multifamily properties, so that I can start gaining that passive income and cash flow. That it's really my long-term goal.
My name is Dayshell Bridges, and I wholesale real estate. I started in 2019 and went full-time once COVID hit. So I've completed about 18 to 20 transactions. Majority of them have been land properties. For the people that don't know or don't understand real estate or inquiring about getting into real estate, wholesale is the easiest way to start, personally, from my experience and what I've been told. So that's why I started. As a wholesaler, my daily activities, I get up, meditate, of course, and pray over the business and over myself. We pull a list. And it's not daily, but we pull a list every so often depending on what list we're after. Let's say it's vacant or high equity, we pull that list, and then we start sending text messages to the homeowners. And while those text messages are going, we also call the homeowners to see who's interested in selling their properties. Okay, hi, my name is Dayshell. Yeah, so I'm looking at your property and I'm interested in purchasing it and wanted to give you a phone call to see what you were doing with the property. Is it for sale or what's going on? Outside of the wholesaling business, I do operate another business, and I am single. I have a 16-year-old daughter and also a 15-year-old son who are both in high school and very athletic. So during the day, I mainly reach out to my homeowners. For the wholesaling business, try to go view properties and stuff like that. And then in the evening, I'm all of theirs. So my goal in real estate, I wanted to create or purchase a property to start a youth center. Being a single parent of 2 kids, I know how much it is or how much it means for the work-home balance, and being a African-American young mother, there's not a lot of youth activities here in our area. So that's my ultimate goal, is to purchase a couple properties for the youth in the area.
I'm Sharon Maxween. I am the founder of Futurism Designs, and we are a design, construction, renovation, remodeling company. So I started off in design, and I would work for builders, and I would go and I would pick out the flooring, the backsplash, the countertops, quartz, lighting for builders. And so I was always intrigued by the entire process of it all. And so that is what provoked me to go into construction. I've been working with wholesalers for about 5 years. Being in design and in construction, wholesalers come to me to flip their home. I tell them what we need to do to bring the kitchen current, and I give them a price for the kitchen, whether it's going to be $14,000 or whether it's going to be $20,000 to renovate this kitchen. The same thing with the bathrooms. You know, I give them a price on what we need to do to bring it current. So what my average day is like, it really depends on the project that is at hand. For instance, like we're standing in front of a project that I'm working on right now, and this is actually the Craftsman Bungalow. And what we actually did for this client is we flipped this home from the inside out. So we stripped it down to the bones, right? And so we put cement board on it, new windows, we put new paint job on there, and we also renovated it from the inside as well. And so it really depends on the project at hand, what my day is gonna consist of, but I'm always up for the challenge because I love all creativity. My ultimate goal in real estate is to own about 5 multifamily units, apartment complexes. Real estate, it extends so far and wide, but I would say one of the first steps is to own maybe a couple multifamily units.